Jacob was a 4-year-old young man living in a small village nestled among the hills. Yet deep inside, he had never truly known peace. As each day passed, his mind was constantly crowded with an endless stream of thoughts, one after another, coming and going without pause, leaving him feeling exhausted and weighed down all the time. He often felt sad when he thought about things that had happened in the past, only to become anxious and fearful about the future and what had not yet come. These chaotic thoughts turned Jacob's mind into a storm that never seemed to settle. He could no longer feel at peace. He slept poorly at night, and little by little, he even lost the smile on his face. Though he was still very young, Jacob lived as if he were imprisoned by his own thoughts. Deep down, all he longed for was a way to make his soul feel lighter, to calm his restless heart, and to stop life from passing by in the same tension, heaviness, and hopelessness as before. During the days when his mind was constantly in turmoil and he could not find any peace, Jacob happened to hear people talking about a wise old man living in a small village on a distant hill. The old man had once been a well-known psychologist in the city, helping many people overcome emotional crises and rediscover peace in their lives. After many years away from the noise and chaos, he chose to live close to nature in a quiet and tranquil place, where he would still occasionally offer advice to those who truly needed it. When Jacob heard this story, a small spark of hope lit up inside him. He believed that perhaps this was the person who could help him escape the heavy thoughts that surrounded him every day. Wanting to regain a sense of calm in his mind, Jacob decided to set out to meet the old man. The journey was neither short nor easy, but he kept moving forward with determination, holding on to the belief that at the end of the road, he would find the answer to the anxiety and exhaustion that had weighed on him for so long. When Jacob opened up about the anxiety in his heart, the old man did not rush to offer long-winded advice or explain things with lofty words. Instead, he chose a very simple yet meaningful way to teach him. He led Jacob to the small yard in front of the house, took a glass, and filled it to the very brim with water, so full that even the slightest shake of the hand could make it spill. Then he handed the glass to Jacob and told him to walk from the house to the end of the village and back again, with only one condition: he must not spill even a single drop of water. Jacob looked at the glass in surprise, not understanding how this task could possibly be connected to the peace he was seeking. Even so, because he sincerely wanted to change himself, he quietly accepted the challenge and began walking with great care. If you also feel that your mind is too busy, keep listening to this story and take a moment to reflect on yourself as well. Jacob carefully held the glass of water in his hands and began walking along the road that led to the end of the village. That day, the road was not peaceful at all, as he had expected. Around him were countless sounds and movements. People passing by, vendors calling out, hurried footsteps, and dogs barking from different directions. Yet Jacob paid almost no attention to any of it. His eyes remained fixed only on the surface of the water, filled to the very brim of the glass, while each of his steps became slower and more careful than ever before. He walked steadily and firmly, because even the slightest moment of carelessness could cause the water to spill at once. Throughout the journey, Jacob was no longer distracted by everything happening around him. He also stopped letting his mind wander as he used to, instead focusing all of his attention on keeping the glass steady. It was this complete concentration that temporarily made him forget all the noise and commotion, allowing him, without even realizing it, to touch the state of stillness he had been searching for all along. Hearing the old man's gentle explanation, Jacob felt as if he had suddenly awakened. He realized that for so long, he had been chasing the regrets of the past and the fears of the future, and because of that, his mind had never truly been able to rest. When he focused only on the glass of water in his hands, he had unknowingly entered a state of stillness where there was no room for chaotic thoughts. At that moment, Jacob finally understood that peace is not something found in a distant place, nor is it something that others can give us. True peace has always been within each of us, and it appears when we learn to keep our minds in the present moment. Jacob bowed his head to thank the old man, then quietly returned home with a heart that felt much lighter. Sometimes, what we need is not to escape from life, but to learn how to live fully in each moment we have.